I warned you in my Ahmaud Arbery trilogy that the Crayola cabal was going to jump all over it. And we have this article here from the Daily Mail. Oprah walks 2.26 miles to mark Ahmaud Arbery's 26th birthday and reveals she spoke with the murdered jogger's mother, who now feels better that the ex-cop and son who shot him dead have finally been arrested. And this is written by James Gordon for the Daily Mail. Here they are right there. I can't zoom in. So really quick, guys, in the comments, 2.26 or is it 2.26? I always say 2.26. After the decimal, I state every number individually. That's right? Like I can't recall where I heard that. But 2.26 miles, that just, it feels right. Anyways, Oprah on Free Walk. These are like all the highlights of it. But yeah, like Oprah, really desperate to cling on to any semblance. Like, I really do care about black men. My goodness, her and her squad. Because black men, we're just wise to her game at this point. Like, yo, you hate us. You relish in our death and our destruction. Make no mistake about it. And this is you doing the exact same thing right now, despite all of the evidence that's like, yo, there was really nothing racial behind this. This was a matter of circumstance, and race had, and there's a lot of people who are out there right now arguing, oh, well, if I like it's the funniest shit in the world to see a Karen talking about how, oh, well, I've been in vacant houses before. We've all been in vacant houses before. The deal is that this circumstance is completely unique. It's apple and oranges, particularly when it comes to you, Karen. Like, it's the most endearing quality about a Karen is her ability to project herself and just to really empathize and feel. Oh, that's Karen's best. Karen's best quality is her ability to feel. And that's why Karen needs a sense stick in her life, so she could feel that and get the get her electrolytes and start, thinking properly and with logic and reason, as opposed to balls deep in those feels. It is so amazing to watch. And it's not just the Karens. Matt Walsh was like, hey man, I've gone and checked out property as well and all this other stuff. Cool, but had you been confronted, had somebody said something to you, what would you do? The question of what you would do, I feel, is redundant and rhetorical. Primarily because fight or flight is an instinct. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can sit there. Everybody consider themselves a badass. Then bullets start flying, and you're like, oh my goodness. So, like, you're either going to be able to remain rational, logical, hey, how are we going to get out of this? Or you're going to just go fall balls deep into your emotion, just start running randomly and get hit with a stray. So it seems as if Mr. Arbery really got into his emotions in that moment while he was confronted, and his fight kicked in, and we see the results. Sad, sure enough. But anything to project yourself or project blackness onto and be like, oh my goodness, they're hunting us, Mr. LeBron James. No, didn't think so. Oprah Winfrey walked 2.26 miles to mark his death. I wonder what he was thinking in those last seconds of his life, Oprah wrote in an Instagram post, which has been viewed 3.5 million times. Oh God, this one is so dangerous. Oh, I wonder what he was thinking. Man, I ain't about to get caught. Like that kind of, like if what's the name? If I could, just like, what was he thinking? I ain't trying to get caught by these folks, and oh man, they ain't gonna bust me down. Arbery was shot dead while he was jogging in Brunswick, Georgia in February. Shot dead, not lynched. He was unarmed while jogging through South Georgia neighborhood. Gregory McMichael and his son Travis were arrested Thursday and charged with murder and aggravated assault for the shooting death. Charges came after the footage of the attack leaked on was leaked online, on Tuesday. People around the country are dedicating their daily jog or walk to him and posting on social media with hashtags Run With Maud and I Run With Maud. Yeah, but that's the thing. You really shouldn't. Because not until, like, you know what, honestly, and this may be a unpopular take, but I see why they didn't charge him. I understand from from all the circumstances placed down. I understand on face value why they weren't charged, because he clearly goes for them. This isn't a matter of in that struggle, an accident happened, and it's just like and then we have the hoaxes. Oh my God, the hoaxes. There was this one guy who started a Facebook group that was like, yeah, or a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe for the McMichaels, and people got like really upset, but it was turned out to be this black dude who was who built the whole thing up. It's ridiculous, like how divisive and how terrible this story is. But ultimately, as someone who would like to always remain, like not always remain, but respect the order side of the chaos and order balance, I'm gonna have to lean on to the fact that he was someplace he wasn't supposed to be. Ultimately, I mean, I've done it myself. So not to sit here and be like, oh, Jay, yeah, I've been in plenty of vacants. I've been, you know, like, bruh, and intimately familiar with the outlaw lifestyle. Okay, remember. So I get it, but there's an assumed risk that comes along with that when you're doing, you know, some I guess delinquency, even though the man was in his 20s. There's a level of assumed risk that you're taking, whether you know it or not. You know? So yeah, I saw that my initial video got ratioed, and guess what? There's no comments though about how the comments about how wrong I am are basically how like, you know, saying like I'm a coon and a sellout and stuff. And okay, cool, whatever you say I am, but at the end of the day, it wasn't about race. The Crayola crew is ridiculous, and just try to be a good person, you know, because the honorable person wouldn't have put themselves in that position in the first place, or if they were in that position, would have handled themselves with more of a logical and common sense reaction as opposed to Mr. Arbery. So, I mean, what happened ultimately though? None of this matters. Like, not even the time spent having this conversation matters, because, you know, what the judge and jury eventually come up with, which will likely be an acquittal, due to the circumstance. This is, I'm telling you, this really needs to be my last Arbery video. Like, I promise you guys, this needs to be the last Arbery video, because I can't. Like, you guys, you just, not when people are so blatantly wrong. You get what I'm saying? Like, when someone is so blatantly wrong, we should be able to come together and say, you know what? It's tragic. It's sad. But at the end of the day, we believe that he's, you know what I'm saying, should be like, like, you have to be responsible for your very own actions. And I know the whole citizen's arrest thing, I didn't get into that. I'm not really interested in getting into that, because it's a thing that has been around since the dawning of this country. I got my degree in criminal justice, guys. People have been doing citizen's arrest in various ways. Has it lessened over the years? Yes, but does it still happen often? I mean, shoot, in many states, all you need in many states is just like a license to be like a bounty hunter. So when it comes to all of that stuff and the cowboy shit, just it's not particularly my realm. But I do know that these are things that are permissible via the system that we have. You don't like the system, it is what it is, but you're going to lean on it if you need it, right? So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Just like Oprah, Phil Murphy, the governor of New Jersey, the second I saw Phil Murphy tweet about this, I was like, oh no, they really trying to use this shit. Like, because he's just that puppet, like whatever evil entity it is that runs that man. Now, if they're green lighting this, it's not just the Oprah. No. But Oprah is pretty big on it as well. If they're green lighting this, then this spells disaster for society. Now, don't it? But that's my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments. Until the next one.